Hi, welcome to Attic Treasures Educational Training Sessions. What we're going to do today is we're going to take an overall look at the Baby Lock Evolution Serger. This is our cover stitch capable top of the line serger with air jet threading, and I'm going to go ahead and start by using the quick reference guide that comes in it. I always use this. I always make it my last check before I sew anything, just to make sure that I have not missed any of the instructions on this sheet that would affect my fabric. So here we go. I'm going to put these spools onto the 4 green, and they are actually green wording back here of lower, upper. We are going to open up the door. We can even open up this door by sliding it to the right and then tipping down. There's serging and there's threading position. I'm going to select the threading position, and now I'm going to go ahead and take my serger thread, place it on the spool, put it in the telescoping section, use 2 hands to snap it into the top, bring it down, and I can now place it into the hole. Hopefully you can see this. If not, Anna can zoom in on the next one. And so the next one I'm going to take is my upper. You can do all of these at one time with the Baby Lock now, which makes it a little faster. Or you can do them one at a time, whatever you prefer. Snap it, bring it down. About to your lap, you need enough length to get it to shoot through all the way. And voila, those 2 are threaded. Now we're going to do our needles. Now right now I only have the 1 needle in, so I'm going to do a 3 thread. It's easier to convert from a 3 thread to rolled edge to show you all at one time, and then we don't have to take a needle out. So I'm going to snap it into this one, bring it under the wire, under the wire, under the white, up, over, down, back behind the farthest area, that little hook, and I probably need a clean edge to get this into the needle, but we're going to use the built-in needle threader that comes with it. On this you must have the diamond up, and you must put the thread from right to left, not top to bottom. Bring it over, slide it down your needle, give it a push, and then snag it at the back, and voila, it's just like air jet threading, except it's needle threader threading. All right, so now I'm going to close my doors, and oops, they don't close. That's a safety feature now. You cannot do it until you have it in the serging position. And you know what? One of these got knocked out, so we're going to go ahead and put it in. So I'm going to put it back into the threading position, turn my hand wheel until the tubes shoot over, and put this guy in. I must have knocked it out with my hand, which is not a problem with the Baby Lock. Now it's threaded. Put this to the serging position, and now I'm going to take my chart, and I'm going to go to my 3 thread, and by the way, if they're all green up here, you're going to have your threads on green labeled spools. If it's gold and green, it's going to be a combination. Just gold would only be on the gold spools. So it actually is very helpful. So here's my 3 thread overlock narrow. It tells me to have the O2 needle in. That's my far right needle, and I can see in my picture that it's the far right because it's the farthest one over in the picture. My length, which on here 1 dial, is going to show the top little dial is going to show it getting wider or skinnier. That's width, and that leaves the bottom dial to be your length of a 2.5. My width at 3.0. I need my selector to be at B. I want my normal even feed, my subsidiary looper, which is this. I don't know if Anna can zoom in and get that. Is this little what looks like a safety pin. Is supposed to be in the down position where it shows the safety pin part of it. If I engage it, it doesn't show that safety pin, so I know that it's not in the right. You push back, flip over, and now it's in. Tells me that I should have this door on, which I do. So now everything is in the right settings. So I get my fabric and put my fabric together like I'm gonna make a dress, and line it up, and go ahead and slip it under my presser foot. Come up and over, then take two hands and you can cut. And here's my beautiful seam, nice and tight. Nice and tight so that you don't have to worry about having to do any sewing on it. And now I can switch right away to rolled edge. So I'm going to go to my chart, 3-thread overlock rolled edge, tells me to have the same setting on the needle. My length will be on what's called the rolled edge, and that one is a part of the dial that actually says rolled edge, and even has a rolled edge kind of all around the numbers so you remember it. And my length to be at 3.5 on my width dial, sorry. This needs to be at D, so I'm going to put this at D, and everything else remains the same. So I'm going to take my one layer of fabric, like it was a napkin or the hem of my dress if I didn't want to really hem it. Cut, and now I have this beautiful rolled edge that's just lovely on napkins or tablecloths or whatever. So that's how easy it is to thread the Baby Lock Evolution or even Imagine or Enlighten sergers. My favorite part of this machine is that there are no dials. This machine has a thread dispensing system that's in connection with the threads, and what that means is no matter how thick this piece of fabric becomes in the center of it, let's say, maybe we're going over a bump, when I sew over it I don't have to change my dials, and I'm going to switch this back to non-rolled edge because that's what I probably would be using, and put it in. And when I sew now, and I get to this very fat part that I made, my stitch should change, but it's not going to because it's a Baby Lock. So now I have that same perfect stitch, even though I have gone through many thicknesses. And this is why you can take a Baby Lock and go from thin organza, do your work, and then go to 2-3 layer quilting, and you don't have any dials to change. So we hope that you will check out a Baby Lock dealership for you to get a in-person demo on this machine. There's always great opportunities. Lots of times Baby Lock has several gifts with purchase, and many times we even have 0% financing, which is great to get yourself so that you can take home the machine of your dreams. So we hope you enjoyed this short tidbit on Evolution Serger, and check often at YouTube for more videos from Attic Treasures and So Easy Sewing.